welcome back to another episode of Mike and I. If this is your first time watching our channel, make sure to subscribe and give the video a like. Today I'm going to be talking about story time. It's going to be a story time. We're going to be talking about my 35-hour labor. I did a labor and delivery vlog, but it's not as detailed as I would have liked it because I didn't record during my labor because I was just in so much pain and I wasn't even thinking about recording, so that just didn't happen. The videos that I do have, they're like straight head-on videos of like my downstairs and so I'm not really down to post those on YouTube either. I'll probably get like flagged for some kind of ridiculousness also if I were to post it. So definitely next birth, I'm gonna try to record a lot more and like during the labor part before I'm actually like pushing the baby out, and then while I'm pushing, I'm gonna try to get like a more side angle instead of head on, the angle that Michael got. So pretty much 35 hours. It started on March 1st at 3:16 a.m. I was woken up out of my sleep by what felt like a knife stabbing me in my lower right, like side, like back area, like right back here. Just excruciating. I was like, whoa. I've never felt anything like this. I thought I was feeling contractions before, but that is exactly what people had described it would feel like. It would just feel like a dull, sharp, like I don't know how to, like it's a dull, sharp pain. Like it's pretty much like it just stays there, but it's sharp. But again, everybody's birth experience is different. Everybody's birth story is different. So what happened to me is not what happens to another person. It might not even be what happens during my next birth. So who knows? Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I have half the time of my birth with this next one. But all in all, it's worth it. Anyways, I woke up at 3:16 a.m. Decided to go to the bathroom, use the bathroom, look at my stomach a little bit. I had opportunities to take videos, but it's pain. Then I took a shower for like an hour and a half, a nice hot shower, and that water felt so good on my back. And I tried to go back to sleep after the shower, but it just wasn't happening. So at like 6 o'clock, I finally was able to get Michael up and tell him like, yo, we gotta go. And we made it to the hospital like 6:45 after like getting ready and walking the dogs and stuff. And it was crazy. We got to the hospital at 6:45 a.m. on March 1st. And we did a cervical check and I was 3 centimeters at that time. So the nurse was like, okay, because of your contractions, they're fast. I think we're gonna be moving along pretty quickly. So we're just gonna admit you. So they admitted me instead of sending me home for me to deal with the pain and then try to come back. They just admitted me, and she thought I was gonna be out by the end of that night, but that was not the case, unfortunately. After I was admitted, they ended up moving us over to our labor and delivery room, and I tried my darndest to just keep progressing by myself. I walked around the hospital, I walked down the halls of the hospital on the floor we were at, and I was doing my figure eights on the bounce ball, the little exercise ball, and I had my peppermint oils and lavender, and oof, once I got to 4 centimeters, your girl was done. I was done. I was like, epidural, please, because it's a lot. And again, everybody's different, but I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. Like, based off of the movies that I've seen, I thought that you had like a contraction for a minute and then you had time in between contractions to like rest and relax, and that wasn't the case for me. Like it just felt like non-stop continual pain. So I got that epidural and I am not ashamed. Nope. I felt relief pretty much as soon as it was like in. And everything was numb, I'm not gonna lie. I even had, well, I'll talk after. Let's continue. So I got the epidural, and then after I got the epidural, I kind of just stopped. I stopped dilating. So we got the epidural probably like 4 o'clock on March 1st, 4 o'clock p.m. And then we were hoping to keep dilating. I didn't want to do the Pitocin because of research and conspiracy theories and stuff, but March 1st that night, I ended up getting the Pitocin because I wasn't dilating, and I also did not want to have like an emergency C-section or anything like that. So I opted for the Pitocin, and it did help me over the night dilate a little bit more to 7 centimeters. And then March 2nd, that morning, I ended up getting my water broken. She did a cervical check, and she was like, okay, you're 7 centimeters. I feel the water sac, I could pop it right now. And I'm like, okay. I was hesitant, but we just ended up letting her do it. And then they were like, you're on a timer from then. You have 12 hours to get that baby out, or there's like increased risk of infections and stuff before you have to do a C-section. So now we're on a timer, and I don't feel like I'm stressing out. And at 10 o'clock, my doctor comes in, and he's like, oh, well, you're not progressing, so we may have to do a C-section. And I'm not gonna lie, I cried. I cried. I'm like, I don't want to do a C-section. It was, but this nurse, Lexi, she ended up coming in on the new shift change, and she advocated for me, and I'm so thankful for that for her, because she was like, yo, give me 2 hours. If in 2 hours she doesn't progress or dilate anymore, then we'll go ahead and do the C-section. That was at 10 o'clock. So by 12 o'clock, I had to progress. I had to dilate more. And I was at 7 centimeters. So she had me, mind you, I had an epidural. She had me flipping this way. I was flipping this way. She had me laying up, laying down, laying back, side, flipping me. We were putting the peanut ball, that peanut ball, definitely using that for my second labor. A comb and a peanut ball, definitely. Because those are things, like, the peanut ball helped me dilate so much. In those 2 hours, I was able to dilate 2 more centimeters because of that nurse, Lexi. And I'll never forget her. I pray that she's there my next delivery because she was amazing. And we were able to dilate, and then that was at like 12 o'clock. And so at probably like 12:30, I ended up getting 10 centimeters. They said I was good, and I started pushing. And I pushed still for like an hour and a half. That was, it was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot. It's just, even with the epidural, it's a lot of pressure. You feel just everything, and the relief when the baby comes out is chef's kiss. Like, that relief, you just feel like, you feel empty, but you know you have your baby, so you're like whole. But like, it's the release of pressure once his head and shoulders were out. It was crazy. Again, I have like the video straight on, so like to go back and watch it is mind-blowing, seeing the whole human eject from your body. But yeah, it was very interesting. Come to find out, he had pooped in me, and then as soon as they took him out and put him on my chest, he pooped on my chest. But I got him back, because during the pushing part, I guess I pooped also, which TMI. And then I also had to get a couple stitches down there, because your girl got a 2nd-degree tear, which was crazy. And while they were stitching everything, I didn't feel it. It was afterwards in my recovery that I felt everything, which was crazy. Like, crazy again. You can't wipe or nothing. It's just that peri bottle, and you're It's very sore and tender for weeks. They're very correct. I don't even think 6 weeks is enough, to be honest, but that's what they say. And then, like, we had the golden hour. Like, I immediately just held him to my chest, did the skin to skin, and we delayed cutting his cord for a couple minutes until all the blood like left the cord. Michael was able to cut the cord, which was beautiful. I have no idea where that video went. I think my mom has it, and I just need to ask her for it, which I have asked her for it, but I don't know where it is. And then yeah, I was able to just hold and be with my baby. We tried to breastfeed and we tried to latch, and I guess he got what he needed because he never once got a bottle or formula in the hospital. He was latched. He was drinking from me. He definitely had a side he preferred, or maybe I had a side I preferred. I don't know. But it did take a while for that epidural to wear off, and then when it wore off, I felt like my knees just weren't the same. Like, they're a lot better now, thank God, but I don't know, I was very wobbly for a few weeks. I didn't feel steady to climb up a stair, like even like step up on the curb. I remember Isaiah's very first doctor appointment, going in to the doctor. All I had to do was step up on a curb, and I stepped and immediately fell, which was, I was so embarrassed. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. But like, overall, I feel like I had a decent birth experience, and I'm pretty excited for this next one to happen also. Just because I know more, I'm gonna have more experience. I know what to expect. I'm gonna try to hold off on going into the hospital so early and try to labor at home a little longer. I'm gonna try the comb trick, which I heard if you just put a comb in your hand and squeeze it, it should like direct the nerves to feel this pain rather than this pain. We'll see. And then I don't know if I want to do like give birth without the epidural, just because it was so much pressure even with the epidural. I can't imagine what that feels like. And then to have stitches without the epidural down there sounds crazy painful also. But we'll just see what happens, honestly. Like, this first time around, I thought I was gonna do a home birth, like a water birth, but we'll see. We'll see how the second one goes. Like, comparing just pregnancies, this pregnancy is a lot more difficult, but I'm thinking it's just because the pregnancies are so close together. I'm hoping the delivery is a lot faster and easier. I'll take an 18-hour delivery, like I said, any day, please. But yeah, that was my labor and delivery birth story. That was my birth story for Isaiah's birth story. I guess technically. It was my labor and delivery story, Isaiah's birth story. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to comment down below. And for first and second time moms, let me know what else you guys want to see. Second time moms, tell me how your second pregnancy, like your second, he just spit something like across the room. Please, for second time moms, let me know how your second birth was. Was it a lot faster than the first one? Just let me know. Isaiah is not, he's like acting up now, so I've got to go. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Peace.